Hey guys, it's me, Gene Diddy 76, and this is one of the hardest videos I ever made. And it leads to what I'm about to say. As you know, about a couple days ago, there was some videos posted about some past events that have happened between Laurel, David, and myself. And I have to come clean and tell 100% truth about these. And I have been so stupid and careless and feeling terrible and guilty for all the past events that have been happening for 4 years. And I have to apologize to these former friends of mine that I don't talk to anymore for the major dramas been happening and how stupid I have been. And there goes my computer van. I had been under a lot of pressure with recent stuff happening, and it's not actually pretty good in my perspective, which is not good at all. So yeah, I have to apologize to every one of my friends, my fans, my subscribers, you name it. And I am so sorry for everything that's been happening. I just don't know where to begin. I think it started back when I tried to get some help and everything, and it went all to shit. I believe it started, for me, with the drama happening between Laurel and David. I was always there to help them, and I literally lost my crap and lost my temper and literally snapped, and I really didn't want to do that, and it was terrible. I didn't want to show a side that I didn't want to bring out, and I became like a freaking monster bully, and I didn't want that to happen at all. And deep down, I knew my self-conscious was trying to tell me not to do it, but I did. It was hard. And that week in July of 2018, I didn't mean to do something stupid that week too. Like a few months before that, I was cut from a show because he wanted to replace for another former friend of mine that I was working with, and it was this person that I actually met David through. Was saying that he wanted to give somebody else the role of Yoshi to make him more talkable. And I didn't take it lightly. And I lost my crap. I got so angry, I posted a video of Yoshi, and in retaliation, with me doing my Yoshi voice and everything, and I was stupid. And he said that my last video with him would have been the crossover. And be honest, the crossover that I did with him had nothing at all. It didn't have anything with his dimension, just mostly mine. And it was not that good. So I would recommend not watching that crossover. Let's see here. And then the week after that, more drama hit the fan, and I wasn't actually myself. If you could tell when you heard my voice and in the crossover, and then there was a nightmare thing that was there, and it sounded off too. And then there was a video from somebody else's channel that I sounded off too on that. I got upset and everything, and it's just the nerves and the stress always gets to me and makes me I'm not myself when these happen. And I literally, when I'm doing voice acting, I sound off and I feel guilty or ashamed about something and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. That's when I lost a couple of friends that week because I wasn't myself at all. And then I lost another group of friends about a month later from a different incident, and I was stupid. I was freaking stupid. And I was labeled toxic and manipulative. Even though I never act like I am, but I wish I wasn't. And then they came back into my life about a year later, putting everything behind them and everything. But then about a couple months later, another incident happened, and with drama between David and Laurel and everything, it started going to shambles, and I tried to help out as best I could, but I needed more help, and I tried to wrangle up some more help, and it escalated a lot more. I knew deep down I needed more help, and I tried to do it, but it got harder and harder. And then after that incident, after I moved, I was going through a move in December of 2019 when another drama hit while I was moving, and then about January, after I got everything settled and got the internet up and everything, they told me there is nothing wrong with that. And when I was in the call with them and listening to this whole thing, I started having panic attacks in the call, and it got out of hand. But anyway, I think I'm rambling on my stuff, but not on the matter at hand. When the last straw came in April of 2020, when those ex-friends I don't talk to anymore decided to call it quits with us because there was another major drama happening between David and Laurel, I knew I had to get some help, and I knew they wouldn't help me because they would say the same thing. They would say, David and my relationship is a fantasy, and I am in denial. They called me, I was saying I was in denial, and it was hard. I felt like I was in denial, but I knew my relationship with David is real. And it is actually real. It's very real. It's just David, at the time, when he was going through stuff, he wouldn't listen. And he actually explained through that whole thing, when that hit, he did explain it in his video, which you can go check out, that he explained the whole thing. in his video about not listening, and he should have listened and had the help. I should have offered help with that too. And I was always trying to help Laurel, and incidents got worse and everything. And right around the time when the whole thing hit the fan, with all those people just leaving us because of a whole drama outbreak, I was going through something I didn't want to expect during the pandemic. I was going through one of the first things I ever thought I would never get. Laid off from a job. It was a new job, and I was going through hell because I lost that job. And I didn't really... And that happened, and I was not myself at all. A lot of events would take a toll on me, like if I get yelled at or accused of something or anything, I go in what they call shutdown mode. It means I stay quiet and don't do anything. It's hard to go through something like that. And when I do in shutdown mode, I always have what I call like a thinking straight and realize what I've done and everything. And after that, when they talk to me and get everything under control, like if I calm down and everything, I just come back to my senses. I am so ashamed of other stuff. Like one of the things they showed was a drawing I did of Marlene with the base that was created by Celestial Spirit Queen, aka Kristen. I have to admit, yes, I did steal it, but I regretted it after I used that base. I only used it once, and then I deleted it after that. I never used it again. And I feel guilty and ashamed for doing that. I only used it once, and that was it. And shit come to fall. They actually did. David did take that picture down, and so did Laurel. So many things I really want to apologize for. And I fear that this is hard. Going through hell so many goddamn times is just hard. Going through losing friendships over dramatic events and all that kind of stuff. Which comes to the one that recently happened when I lost my marbles over a video that was uploaded and a stream that shouldn't have happened. What I should have done in that stream was I should have just been more supportive than doing a frickin' riot to get the video taken down. And I was stupid. I wasn't in my place that week because nerves were settled. Nerves were settling in, and I didn't want anything bad happening, and I hated the nerves. My nerves for I took an up driver's ed, and I was not myself. I was nervous starting to go behind the wheel and start learning how to drive. And working for McDonald's, I've been always stressful and everything because a lot of customers yell at me for when I did nothing wrong, and it makes me shut down. And my boss doesn't like to see me go through something like a shutdown mode when because when I'm in shutdown mode, my boss does not like to see me like that, where I'm too quiet. it's been happening for years for this and everything. And I think I established everything. Except for the ways I've learned how to calm down and think things through. Some stuff that helps calm me down, well, that's not electronic, is swimming. But stuff that are electronic is like playing my video games helps me cope through everything, and also listening to music. But there has been one thing that always calmed me down, and I'm actually currently watching the movie series over and over again on my favorite movies, and they teach me about stuff, and it's about who you are and how you should respect what it is and everything. And there was like one movie I just recently got about a few months ago, and it taught me that my inner conscience was trying to tell me not to do something stupid, when it turns out I did do a lot of things stupid. And the quote-unquote chains have been growing on me, making me make me regret what I've done, and I have to serve my punishment. And I will never learn my lesson until I pay the price, as in my detention chain, as what they are as chains. I'm getting punished with chains, and I have to realize that what my mistakes did was grew more chains on me, and when I learn my mistakes, all the chains will disappear. And I just hope all of you can forgive me for being a stupid, arrogant, monstrous, in denial, manipulative 28-year-old woman trying to get through adulthood and trying to manage through the anger and the stuff. And I hope you guys can continue to let me be there for you all. I just hope I can move on from this and clear the air. And like Laurel said to me, this is one of the hardest videos I have ever made. So, I'm sorry, everyone, for not being who I was supposed to be. But I went down a wrong path when I should have just went down the right path. It's been hard. It's been hard living an adult life where it's getting so stressful that you have to help put food on the table and keep everything up on stuff, because you don't have two parents with you. I have to live with a single parent and my sister. And the struggles of working and stuff I was for a while the only one working. And then finally an opportunity came in 2020. But it was about a month after I lost my job that my sister, well, it was about a month after I gained a job that my sister got herself a job. But that job didn't work out. Because within a month I lost my job due to COVID, and my sister gained a new job a month later, and she was the only one working. So I had to start working, finding another job, but I had to take a break finding a job because my father had to go through surgery because his hip was so busted, and he was down for about a couple months, and it was not helping him at all. He was down for a while, and I had to be the one to pick up a lot of stuff to do. And that was so stressful. It's stressful for a 28-year-old to have to take care of a parent that went through a lot of health problems. And a gentleman like my dad, who is 77 years old, had actually went through a lot of health problems himself. He has polio, poked a hole in his colon, had Guillain-Barré syndrome, which is like what he describes a flu virus in his spinal cord, but it's a nerve disorder. He was paralyzed from the neck down and on 95% life support. He was in the hospital for for a few months. Getting diagnosed, and then blew out his appendix, had a hernia, had a gallbladder removed, now hip surgery. And then my 25-year-old sister had some health problems herself, and it's been hard with that too. She had to have 3 surgeries to remove her tumor from her head. She had a stroke. She had a gallbladder removed at a young age. And also now she has what they call hormone problems. Like, a lot of things happening. So that's what the struggle is in my life too. Adult life is hard when you have to pick up the pieces and start living that life and get more responsibility in this. And as I struggle, the more stress I strain on myself, and the more temperamental I get, and the more anger, fear, and dramatic things happen. I was going through a lot at the time. So was a lot of people. I had to help Laurel through one of her biggest ones because I went through the same thing. I had to help David a lot. And I accepted a lot of people into that family, even if they had freaky flaws or stuff going through their life and everything. I always loved to put everyone's needs before my own and try to help, but the stress got more and more terrible, and I feel so ashamed of what I've done. And I hope y'all can forgive me. So in conclusion, I am sorry for everything I've done for the past 4 years. How stupid I was. How angry I was. And how abusive and manipulative I was. I am very sorry for everything. I hope you guys can forgive me. And I think this is where the stopping point happens. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you can continue your support for not just me, but also David and Laurel as well. Please check out David's video, and when Laurel's and please also check out Laurel's video when she has it uploaded as well. And don't miss out on the live stream tonight for DKC2 co-op. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye!